All right, let's talk about EFC and SAI because that's a nice segue into what these are. EFC stands for Expected Family Contribution, and we don't even use these words anymore. The federal government takes the numbers from the FAFSA and they would spit out what they called this EFC, the Expected Family Contribution. And again, let's talk about how words are powerful. And parents were really bristling at this because how in the world am I expected to contribute this much? This is an exorbitant number. It was almost always a huge number. So they've since changed the wording to student aid index, which I think softens the blow for parents, but it also helps indicate what a student is going to need from a college, and colleges are looking at this. This is how you find your student aid index, and you'll be using this in the process. It's going to play into your finances, and when you start looking at the numbers at the end of the process, every college has a net price calculator on their website. So you can use your SAI and this net price calculator to get a really good idea of what it would cost your student to attend that school. FAFSA and CSS profile, what's the difference? Well, there's 4 categories of financial aid. There's grant, scholarship, student loans, and work study. The FAFSA is the free application for federal student aid. FAFSA, think of the F's. The FAFSA is free, so if you end up on a website where they're charging you for this, you're on a commercial site, you're not on the government website. The CSS profile is how you unlock more than $10 billion in non-federal aid. These are endowments, personal grants, scholarships. I call them OPM, which is other people's money, and I think this is the best way for students to go to college. I'm just going to caution you, though, that there's not any handouts. Nobody's going to show up at your door and say, hey, can I give you a couple $100,000 for college? I don't ever hear of that happening. The underlying principle is that college costs money, and students and parents are expected to bear the brunt of that responsibility. Need-blind schools, they don't consider a student's financial situation for admission. But wait, does that mean that schools that aren't need-blind do? Yes, that's exactly what that means. So that's something to think about. Words are powerful. Let's start shifting our minds from financial aid, people giving us money, to paying for college. Because when you're out shopping for colleges, you should be looking at what those colleges cost. College is a pay-to-play game. There's not going to be any handouts. And the financial aid, the Parent Plus, that's a loan. Somebody has to pay that back. And I don't like to see students saddled with debt when they graduate from college. The difference between the sticker price of a college and the net price is the sticker price minus your SAI. That's your net price. That's what you can reasonably expect to pay. And remember, every college has a net price calculator, so you need to go to their website and you need to figure that out so that you know before you apply whether or not this is a school you even want to commit to paying for.